Hey y'all, welcome to Happy Sabbath Homestead. I'm going to take you on just some chores while I chat with you about what's going on. So I got to get the chickens some water and feed them some, and then we'll go into it. Here's one. Harry. So Ducky, my female duck, my hen, she is laying eggs now, but she makes it a egg hunt. Oh, there it is. Every time I have to find it. It was getting bigger every time in true to duck fashion. It's dirty, huh? No, you can't have it. You can't have it. No, ma'am. So lately, she's like to lay it in this dog igloo. Yes, Tina. What can I help you with? You hungry? So as you can see, we are in the garden, in the raised bed garden right now. And I just wanted to sit down and kind of have a chat. So I actually quit my job about 3 weeks ago, and I am now just focusing mainly on my real estate school. So I mean that's what I'm gonna do. Is I am training to be a real estate agent right now. I have already signed with a mortgage or employing broker, and so why, in this crazy time where people are losing their jobs and the housing market looks crazy, and I mean everything is just so uncertain. Well, first off, my previous job was just emotionally wrenching. The position was as a property manager, and so I had the responsibility of managing a property of 64 units. And I loved my job, if I'm being totally honest. I loved my residents. I was really great at my job. All of my residents loved me. I had a little garden behind my office. I had my own office. I didn't have anybody coming and bothering me. But when it came to my residents actually needing something, like their apartment was flooding, and I really can't do anything other than giving them mops and giving them towels and that kind of thing. And I would get quotes for things and send it up to corporate, and that wouldn't get taken care of because there's a matter of the budget and property management. That type of business is very, very money centered, and so if it wasn't in the budget and it wasn't like a life-threatening emergency, then it probably wasn't going to get done. But I started my real estate course in February, around the 24th of this year. And I was so excited, and I started, and I was doing the work. I was really, really hitting it hard. And then COVID hit. And I know that is the story for everybody right now, but COVID hit, and it's like everybody got sent home. Everybody had to stay home. And so my job got 10 times harder. And so I didn't have the emotional, mental, physical strength and to do anything but my job and survive. And so my course did not get done. I fell very, very far behind. And because I had such a bad history in school of schooling, my grades were terrible. If I got a C, it was like, hallelujah, I wasn't going to fail. And so when I felt like I was falling behind, when I felt like I was just falling into my old pattern, I felt embarrassed. I felt like I wasn't doing what I said I was going to do, and I wasn't. But I soon saw that it was because of my job. My job was too stressful. It was too much responsibility with too little authority, and then it was just too much for me to do both. So I spent months stressed out in my office, listening to people's problems, hardships, money-wise, emotional-wise, occupational. I didn't actually get in contact with anybody that was sick because of COVID, thank God. But I wasn't getting any face masks, hand sanitizer, anything that I was supposed to be getting from corporate, I wasn't getting. So I felt unsafe. I was stressed out. And so I decided, I have to start looking for another job. And so I was looking at call centers. I was looking at anything I could, like being a barista or a waiter or anything that wasn't going to be so stressful that I can actually go home, maybe even do it part-time, go home and do my studying and get this done, because I wasn't able to get anything done at this job. And my husband and I, we got into not a fight, but it was like both of us were frustrated. I was frustrated with my job. I was frustrated with the job search. And he was frustrated with the fact that I keep giving him the same answer, that, I am not as far in my schooling as I would like to be. I'm working on it. But the truth is that, I wasn't able to work on it. I was so stressed out. And so, we kind of were going back and forth that night, and he kind of finally said, if it's so stressful, just getting another job is going to just be stressful, and you're not going to be able to do that and your schooling either. And so instead of spending the next 2 months getting situated in a new job just to finish your schooling and become a real estate agent, why don't you just quit now and become a real estate agent, and then we can get that going. And so we decided that I was going to quit my job, not find another job, and just do my schooling. So that's what I've been doing for the last 3 or 4 weeks now, and I am very happy. I am able to spend time on the house, to clean it and get it organized and get it to a place where, we're not always stressed out by the clutter and all of that stuff. I'm able to water my garden more and tend to the animals more. But more than anything, I am able to really, really dig into my schooling. I'm able to network. I'm able to focus on social media and videos and all kinds of stuff that I just didn't have the energy. And these last 3 weeks, I've been posting here and there on social media and stuff, but I feel like it was more of a reset for me to get out of the mindset of being at my job and being stressed out and not having the energy for anything. And now I am able to, I went to my employing broker yesterday to have a study session, and she kind of was giving us like a little quiz of all the basic vocabulary, things that you have to know, things that you have to know to really understand the questions that come in the later lessons. And so she was asking all these questions and I was able to answer them. And so I don't know if anyone has ever like looked into real estate as a career or what, but it's like learning a whole new language. It's very difficult, and there's a lot of things you have to learn. And so it's very easy to convince yourself that you're not getting it, to not have confidence in it, and it's a really hard thing to learn. And so while she was giving us the quiz and everything, I was able to like answer her and fully understand what she was saying, and it invigorated me, like being able to know, you're not that far behind. Yes, you're not as ahead in your schooling as you wanted to be originally, but you are understanding concepts. You are working on it, and it shows. Like it showed that I was actually, even though I was trapped in that job, just scared and just it was bad. Like I was really stressed out. I would cry all the time. It was bad. And like even though I went through all that and I didn't do my schooling, I still have the understanding that I need to move forward. And so after that, I came home, and it was like I got the most beautiful glass of ice cold water, and I was refreshed. And so now I'm ready to get back into the groove of full force schooling, full force, just I am ready to become a real estate agent. And my final exam is on Halloween Day at 10 o'clock, and I believe that's a Saturday, so it'll be the Sabbath, but I am very excited about it. I wanted to go over the reasons why I want to become a real estate agent, and kind of my goal in having my license, because I'm going to be a Colorado real estate licensee. And so there's a lot of different avenues you can take the license in. You can do property management, which I don't think I want to, but property management, buying and flipping, commercial, residential. There's just so many avenues you can actually go into. And so in this crazy and uncertain time, real estate is not just about buying and selling property. There's just so much you can do with your license. And so my husband owns a construction company called DDI Restoration here in Colorado Springs. He's owned and operated it for 5 years now, and it just started really picking up. He works for a property management company. He gets his contracts through a property management company, but he owns his own business. And he basically renovates the whole unit to what the owner wants. They mostly rent out houses. And basically our dream with me being a real estate agent and him being the contractor, he wants to eventually get into building houses and buildings from the ground up. But what we want to do before he becomes a actual general contractor and builder, we want to start buying and flipping houses. But he did not like the thought of having a real estate agent where we were paying 6% to these two people, or 6% to these people who, we don't really know them, and whatever the reason was that he had, but like he wanted to keep the money as close to us as possible. And so for me to be a real estate agent would mean for us to for it to be more lucrative for him to buy these houses, fix them up, and then sell them. And so that is the goal with his company and my license. My personal goal, though, and with real estate, you can do anything as long as you are capable of doing it. If you're not capable, then you run the risk of being sued. You have to understand what you're doing. And so my personal goal with my passion of homesteading, I have done 3 years of studying Joel Salatin, Justin Rhodes, the Stivers, Jessica Seward's Roots and Refuge. I mean, I have studied so much on how soil works and composting and greenhouses and land and swales and permaculture and all this stuff that I love so much. And I want to see people, like people in this community, these homesteaders, find the homestead of their dreams. And sometimes you just buy the plot with the most land. And you can plant wherever you are, grow where you are, plant where you are, and you'll always have abundance. There will always be challenges and opportunities to learn and to gain more experience. But I feel like with my love of homesteading and my dream of becoming a homesteader, I think that with the real estate license, I want to help people find their perfect homestead and consult them in why this is their perfect homestead. And you want goats? Okay, well, goats do better in this climate, goats do better in this type of soil, this or that. This soil is very rocky and you're not going to be able to garden very well in this. If you want to have a market garden, you're going to have to spend a lot of time, working on this soil and amending it and that kind of thing. And are you willing to have that patience of the next few years really working on this before you can actually go full force? Or, this piece of land right here may have a smaller house, but it's a little less expensive. It has better soil and you can always build onto this house, and that's kind of where I want to go with my license, is finding people their forever homesteads, and helping people grow their homesteads. And so I won't just be a real estate agent. I want to be a homestead consultant. I want to educate people. I want to help, and I want to build relationships. I want to build my family up with as many friends and family that I can. And, even if I meet someone who loves homesteading, but they don't need to buy a house, and, they're not going to pay me to tell them, hey, if you have rabbits, then you can, this is a better way to do things, and, this is one option, and blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm not trying to get paid to tell people how to live their life. I'm trying to just build relationships and learn on the way, because maybe that person knows way more about something than me. And I think that I know that I don't know everything. I'm not an expert on anything. Hopefully by the time I pass my real estate exam, I am a little bit of an expert in real estate. That's the goal. But I obviously have so much to learn, but I'm so ready and up for this adventure. And I just wanted to share that with my friends here on YouTube. I know that I've been pretty absent in posting and that kind of thing, but I know that you guys are just full of love and support, and I really appreciate y'all. And I wanted to let you guys know that that's what I'm doing now. And I love you. And I'm really excited to share this new chapter of life and this new passion that I have found. And I am really going to work hard at this. And if anybody has any advice or encouragement or anything like that, please help me. Let me know. Give me any advice that you possibly can, because I need it. I absolutely need it.